Right, if I just adjust the phase shift calibration array, that should allow for any slippage in light frequency, thus enabling us to counter any slippage in the phase fluctuation shift.
And in plain English?
Basically, I flick this switch and pray that it works. Right. No explosions, I got it correct. Excellent. That should basically allow us to penetrate down to the planet's core so we can see what the hell's going on.
Why couldn't you have just said that in the first place?
I thought I did. You really ought to pay more attention, you know, Lizzie. Right, are you coming?
Well, you don't expect me to sit here and wait for you all day, do you? Steve, slow down a bit. Do we have to go so quickly?
Yes, we do. Working from my calculations, there isn't much time left. The critical moment will occur when the planet's moon reaches its perigee, and then the forces enacting will cause a huge slip in the planet's mass. They won't so much disappear as explode.
What's a perigee, for God's sake?
Basic astrophysics, Lizzie. The perigee is the point when the moon is closest to the planet. That's when the tides are at their strongest. You know, magnetic effect and all.
Oh, so what you mean is that, coupled with the activity of the key, means it's going to be like a mine hitting a warship.
Precisely.
Is this it?
Yes, this is it. But before we go any further, I feel I must tell you a little bit more about myself.
That sounds dodgy.
The last time I was near you, although you don't remember it, was war-torn London when the bombs were dropping. Do you remember what it was like that night?
Do I ever? You blooming say so. I had to watch my mum and dad die beneath the rubble of our own house. And then I had to go live with my grandparents for a while, but they were killed when I was out nicking milk.
Yeah. You began to despair of life. Things weren't easy for you and you wanted to give up on life, with no friends or family around. But you were destined for something far greater.
Like what?
Before Stephen, you had found for yourself an abandoned garden shed, which you used as a shelter. The night of the air raid, do you remember the bombs that were dropping?
Yeah, I counted 5, 6, 7. Wait. No, it was 8. It was 8 bombs that night.
And what was so special about those 8 bombs?
Nothing really special. No, wait. Bomb 6, yeah. Bomb 6 never went off. Yeah, I remember that because I was supposed to tell the warden to get the bomb boys in so they can clean it all up. But I never did that because Stephen rescued me. I couldn't.
Because of Stephen's rescue, Jimmy, you changed the destiny of everybody in that street. In fact, there was somebody in that street who was supposed to go on and change the history of Britain.
Really? Who was that then?
That's not important right now.
Well, it had to be important if I made a difference and you mentioned it.
Jimmy, you have a chance now to redeem yourself and to reset your own destiny.
And how can I do that?
At the end of this opening lies a tunnel with a crystal inside the rock. That crystal is the key you've been looking for. But retrieving it's not going to be an easy affair. You see, surrounding it are toxic gases and much radiation, which makes it deadly, even for Stephen and his Mellowstone physique. You, therefore, James, you have a decision to make. Are you going to lay your life on the line to retrieve the key or not?
Crikey. I don't know what to say. It's a lot to take in.
I know, James. If Stephen wouldn't have rescued you that night, you would have gone on to save the lives of the people in your street. But later on, you would have died from saving a baby from a burning building. You would have been a hero, Jimmy.
Really? Me a hero? That's a turn off the books, make no mistake.
Seriously, James Bennett.
I know.
Look! Steve, there's an opening here. Do you think this is where the God of Light lives?
Jimmy, no, Lizzie, wait! According to my scanner, it's getting increasingly dangerous to be around here. The readings are going haywire. I mean, just look at...
Steve!
What's up?
You're disappearing!
Am I? Well, I've got news for you. I'm not the only one going transparent around here. Curious though how we appear solid to ourselves, but to everyone else they're vanishing.
I don't care how curious it is, Steve! Do something!
Hang on. I've got a marker pen around here somewhere. That should colour you in a bit.
This is no time for your stupid jokes, Steve! Just do something!
Well, quite.
It's a good job we left Jimmy with the food. At least one of us is out of danger.
Blimey, it's dark in there. How the hell am I going to see through it? Hey, great. Wish I had all that food. Can't do this on a full stomach. Oh, that's going to need cleaning later. What am I talking about later? That ain't going to be a later for me. Stop talking to yourself, Jimmy. What the is this? Oh, I can't do this no more. Knackered. Sentinel, get me out of here. I can't do this no more.
Steve! Oh, come on, don't do this to me again! Wake up!
The sum of the square of the other two sides is equal to the square of the hypotenuse.
Welcome to the land of the living.
Oh, that was a strong one. The big decision is, do we go in there or not?
You can do this, Jimmy. Keep going. Stephen and Lizzie are waiting at the entrance to the cave. If you hurry, you can retrieve the crystal before they put themselves in any further danger.
You're right. Come on, Jimmy. You can get through this. If you can make it through the walls of London, you can make it through this.
You're not going in there, Steve.
Well, someone has to go in and retrieve the key before this whole planet goes up in one massive fireball.
Well, then I'll go. Look, it makes more sense. If you're needed on Rhubarb to finish off this blasted mission, then I'll go.
Don't be stupid, Lizzie. My Mellowstone physique is clearly more suitable to the task than yours. I can shut down one or even two of my lungs and survive on the third.
Look, even you said that those readings show how dangerous it is in there. It's going to be just as dangerous for you as it is for me.
Well, little Miss Clever, who will go in and retrieve the key then? I mean, I know, I'll get Robo to do it. No, wait, he hasn't got any arms. Or legs for that matter, so I'm afraid it has to be me.
Well, can't you just get Robo to lock onto the signal and beam the key aboard the Venturer?
Well, of course not, it's far too erratic. We'll just end up with a flock of sheep or something.
You're impossible sometimes! Did you see that?
Yes. I'll check the scanner, see what's happening.
Come on. Key! Now I can get out of here. If I can.